All right, then without further ado, since we're actually right at T minus 0, let me get into it. So today we're going to talk about AI mastery, and especially for business. Let me take you back in time, September 26, 1983. So this was a very special day for the entire humanity. Moscow, 1983, so the world is in the midst of Cold War. The Soviets in 1983, they designed an AI-based missile detection system. On that very day, September 26th, the Soviets detects a positive. So that means there is a nuclear strike. The obvious countermeasure for the Soviets is to counterstrike. So the world is about to be engaged in a nuclear warfare. There's this gentleman, young lieutenant in the Soviet army, Lieutenant Petrov. He felt something funny about this positive detection, and he looked it up again. His intuition said, this cannot be right. Lieutenant Petrov turned out to be right, and a human in the loop saved the whole world from nuclear warfare. So today, we're going to talk about AI and how AI and human can bring so much to you and in your life that was unthinkable even a year back. People are threatened by AI, but as you can see, sometimes the human intuition is needed. AI is going to enhance humanity. It's not going to replace humanity, and I'm going to show you how. So AI and human, the sweet spot is somewhere in the middle where we combine the power of AI and human together. And this is what this webinar is going to be about. So as we know these numbers, that it is projected that there will be $16 trillion of global economy to global GDP. AI will be adding $16 trillion to global GDP by 2030. $16 trillion, that's like 4 times Germany's economy, the country I live in. AI prompt engineers job is projected to be 375,000 US dollars. That is way above average. And you do not need any tech background. This is something absolutely unheard of. Netflix announced a salary of 900,000 US dollars for an AI expert. So this is almost a $5 million company hardly makes $900,000 profit. So this is also phenomenal. Harvard will have an AI professor in the fall semester 2023. This is, again, a phenomenal event. An AI professor who can teach you in a way that no human can. And my bet is the AI professor will outperform all the human professors. ChatGPT already performed above average in MCAT. MCAT is the exam you need to take in order to get into med schools in the United States. So ChatGPT is outperforming human in MCAT. ChatGPT passed the USMLE test, the medical licensing exam in the United States, and it outperformed human. ChatGPT passed the uniform bar examination, the licensing exam for the lawyers in the United States. ChatGPT passed the CPA exam in the second attempt. This is kind of funny and counterintuitive to me that the CPA exam is so logical, but ChatGPT did not pass it the first time. But when you trained ChatGPT, it got better, and it again outperformed humans. AI is obviously performing way better than human. Skills are commodity. Today, skills are commodity. And when something is commoditized, the value of that thing goes asymptotically towards zero, meaning your IQ has no value anymore. IQ is commoditized. So your college degree is literally worthless. Now, it's kind of ironic because it's coming from someone who has 3 academic degrees. Yes, I enjoyed my time in college, but I know I'm in business for years. In practical life, there is no use of the academic knowledge you gain from academia. So your academic degree is worthless, especially IQ is worthless. It's all about EQ and SQ. Now, IQ is a commodity because AI will do a better job. The value of IQ is literally zero. EQ, your emotional intelligence and social intelligence. How about that? Can AI outperform you and I in emotional intelligence and social intelligence? Your AI influencers have more social equity than I do. This AI influencer is projected to make $10 million this year. $10 million. This is an AI influencer. She charges $10,000 per Instagram post. So she's projected to make $10 million. And you know what? We're not even talking about porn industry or anything. These are legitimate, regular influencers. And they're projected to make $10 million in 2023. Last year, this was crazy. They're like the virtual influencers, the virtual influencer Ludo Magalu made $17 million in 2022. This already happened. So the social value of AI is also unheard of. And if you talk about emotional intelligence, if you try and tell your chat GPT to pretend to be one of the most empathetic person of the world, then compare the empathetic and emotional intelligence of chat GPT with a human, then we will know whether or not they will outperform human in EQ and SQ. So it's a question for you to think about. I'm not going to get into the debate of whether it's happening today, whether it will happen soon or later in 2024, 2040. It's a question for you to think about and an interesting task for you to perform. AI in film industry. This is another thing that is generating that's going to replace our actors and actresses. I wouldn't be surprised that if in a couple of years, AI generated movies start winning Grammys and Oscars. I won't be surprised. So this is going to be phenomenal. Now, the question that we're going to ponder today is how can we use AI use cases in business? If they can create an AI persona, can a doctor do it? Can a yoga teacher do it? Can a real estate agent do it? So these are the things that we're going to try and ponder. What are the AI use cases that are out there? And I'm going to show you many, many use cases today. So who am I? Those of you who are joining my webinar for the first time, let me give you a brief about my background. So I am the founder and CEO of the company Matrickz, which operates in the autonomous vehicle domain. We've been dealing with AI for decades. I'm a PhD in AI/machine learning. I'm also the author of the book, The $1 Million Month. This is like my hobby to play with my niece in the weekend to come up with new AI ideas. In one weekend, my 10-year-old niece and I were playing with AI, and she wanted to write a book where her protagonist, Todd, somehow encounters a wormhole and goes to another universe and meets aliens like this. We call them catmen. This was her fantasy. And what we tried to do is create some visuals and a book out of it in one weekend. So this is the power of AI that we are having today. At 10 years old, can literally in a weekend come up with a book with her fantasy ideas. So these are the things that I've been busy with in the last years. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've founded many companies. I'm an author. I've showed you one of my books, and this is my next book, A Brief History of Autonomous Vehicle. I've been featured on several TV channels. But what I'm most proud of, besides all those things, those are not important. What I'm most proud of, that I've been a trainer and a coach, and I've trained more than 3,000 professionals and made a positive impact in their lives. I'm not talking about students, I'm talking about professionals in the tech industry. And I made amazing positive impact in their life. This is what I'm really proud of. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about how I leveraged AI to save 37 to 40% of my time. And we're going to talk about a ton of AI use cases in business, AI adoption roadmap for businesses, how you can leverage AI in your business, and a live Q&A with me in the end. So please stay with me till the end. I promise that I'm going to give you a ton of bonuses in the end. This is going to be fun, and this is going to be jam-packed with values and information that you can take and instantaneously use in your businesses, in your career, and gain time and money. And in the end, there are bonuses. So what I want you to do is stay with me till the end. please get away from all the distractions like cell phone, social media, because I want your undivided attention, because what I'm going to talk about is important. It's going to have positive impact in your life. Also, I want you to take something to take notes. Take a pencil and a paper, because writing is a neuromechanical activity. It also activates your neuron in an extreme positive way that stimulates your brain. So please do that. Why am I doing this webinar? What drives me? Why am I doing it? Here is the thing. In my book, The $1 Million Monk, I made a promise that I made a mission of my life that I'm going to create 1 million millionaires. And when ChatGPT and all those were popping up, I couldn't think of a better way than to create millionaires besides AI. AI is going to create a massive wealth gap, a massive amount of new millionaires. And this is my life mission, to create 1 million millionaires. And that's why I'm doing this. I want you to also ask, why are you here? What is your motivation? What drives you? Like Simon Sinek says, start with why. So let's start with why. Let's start with your why. Why are you here and what drives you? It could be money. That could be one of the motivation, but I want you to write it down, whatever your motivation is. It's awesome for your career. That could be one reason. It could be your existing business. You probably making $1 million and you have 200,000 profit a year. And with AI, you can turbocharge your profit. You can expand your business. Maybe that's your motivation. I want you to write that down. Or you want to start a business. If you want to start a business, and there couldn't have been a better time because of AI, because of all the tools that we have at our disposal, AI can help you get to $1 million faster than ever. Or it could be FOMO, fear of missing out. You're simply, you don't want to miss out on AI. The AI gold rush. Is that enough to motivate you? Is that enough to motivate you? Because that motivation is super important. I want you to write that down, because in end of today's webinar, we're going to come back to this. Now, before I begin, I want to thank everyone. There were like 250 people from around the world. This is one of my most driving force, that you guys come to my webinar, you guys consume my content. If I can bring value to you, that's what drives me. Thank you so much being here, for following me. Thank you so much for being the source of my courage. Now, let's start with origin of LLM. LLM means large language model, and ChatGPT is one kind of large language model. The origin of LLM, where did it get started? The whole LLM thing. This is where it got started. There is a conference called NIPS conference. That is the top-notch conference for machine learning. I have published in NIPS, I think this was around 2010, 2011, and you will meet the top-notch machine learning AI scientists of the world. And the Google scientist published a paper in 2017 called Attention is All You Need. We don't have to go to the mathematical details of this paper, but what I want to tell you is this is a phenomenal paper, and that was the microcosm of ChatGPT, or large language model. ChatGPT is not the only large language model. We have others which we're going to look at. So this was the origin of it. There are several large language models out there: ChatGPT, GPT 3.5, GPT 4 from OpenAI. We have Claude AI, one of my favorite, from Anthropic, Bard from Google, Llama 2 from Meta. It's an excellent one if you want to if you don't want to give your data back to the backend, to the host of the LLM model, then Llama is for you. All of these has its merits and demerits, and I love, my favorite is, depends on the use case. My favorite is ChatGPT 4 and Claude for day-to-day use. For corporate uses, it's going to be Llama. It's a new abstraction layer. What do I mean by that? Those of you who are developers, you know that we created an abstraction. We used to have this horrible thing called assembly language. When you're writing assembly language, you can not take program written in one machine and run it in another. What we created a kind of like more human understandable abstraction layer called C. So you could take one machine's code, run it in another. Then we created another layer of runtime environment, Java. Like we created an abstraction layer after abstraction layer after abstraction layer. And with The AI LLM model, this is going to be our new abstraction layer. We will be able to use natural language to do literally anything, be it coding. We don't need super experienced coding wizards. Anybody who will be able to understand English will be able to code, be it engineering, be it any kind of complex task. There is a new abstraction layer, the AI layer. And of course, there's fear of AI, and the fear of AI is legitimate. I have a friend who runs an agency, a copywriting agency in New York. She's in her 50s, and she refuses to take help of AI. I truly feel for her, and I'm crossing my finger that everything goes well with her. But there is a risk if you do not adopt AI, if you do not literate yourself with AI. The risk is those who will be 200 times faster than you and better than you. Sooner than you think, you'll become irrelevant for the society. So the fear of AI, I understand they're going to be replaced by human, but a lot of people will be enhanced by AI, and I want you to be one of them. If you're not taking advantage of AI today, there is a chance that you'll be going far behind. Now, here's the difference. Internet gave us this opportunity. Social media gave us this opportunity. That was like the crypto craze. All of these were there. But the difference is AI is real deal. And the time for this adoption, internet took so long to scale it to the degree as it is today. Social media took a lot of time. Crypto hasn't even scaled out yet. But AI is going to scale super fast, faster than you think. Every day we're seeing new advancement in AI. AI is real deal. I want you to take it super seriously. How can we use all these AI use cases in our business? Let me first introduce you to 5 levels of AI adoption for businesses. I have defined 5 levels of AI adoption. So level 1, level 2, and level 3 is for any business in the world. Level 4 and level 5 will be for the bigger corporations. So let me introduce you to the levels. So level 1 is prompt library and employee training. Every company in the face of earth should adopt this. They should have a prompt library. They should train their employee how to use the prompts. And this is going to save them 30 to 40% of their time. If a company is making $2 million, a small company, and the profit margin is now 20%, if they save another 40% of their time, their profit margin will skyrocket. So this is something everybody should do. This is level 1. This is the easiest and the most essential. And then level 2. Level 2 is internal digital nervous system. For example, a chatbot answering all your employees' questions. And this is going to bring the quality of that company so much. We have done at Matrickz projects 5 years ago. Nobody even knows about that project anymore. But if we need to dig in information, and if we have a digital nervous system like this, all we have to do is ask the chatbot, and that's it. The chatbot is going to give us answers. So level 2 is internal digital nervous system. You put all your SOPs, all your knowledges, everything. Now, this is going to bring such a system for your company that we have never seen before. Your product productivity, the value of your company, because you will have everything. It'll not be depending on the business owner anymore. There was a time in my company, if I were not here in business, the business wouldn't run, and that's not a business. So if you want to do a business, this is exactly what you need. You have to build a digital nervous system. Then you have level 3. External communication with AI, for example, custom support, recruitment, sales. So level 3 is when you want to have external communication with your customers. You want to do recruitment, you want to do sales, you want to do marketing, and you want to use AI there. This is level 3. And this is going to supercharge the growth of your company. Now, a lot of people are going to level 3 without having level 1 and level 2 done. And in my opinion, that is a problem. Why? Because your company will not be ready for that super growth. So that's why level 1 and level 2 is super important. Then we have level 4. Level 4 is where you want to solve more complex tasks, what your core business is with AI. For example, if you're a financial analyst, probably you want to fine-tune an LLM model to solve that problem for you. If you're an engineering company, then you probably want to fine-tune an LLM to solve your engineering problem. This is exactly what we're doing at Matrickz. We're fine-tuning a model which will do our engineers' task. So that is level 4. Level 5 is training your own LLM and fully AI enabled. So level 5 is not going to be for the SMEs of the world. This is going to be for the BMWs, Microsofts, and all the bigger giants of the world. So these are the 5 levels of AI adoption, and I'm going to show you how you can do it for your company. Let's start with level 1 adoption. Level 1 adoption is creating a prompt library. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a framework for a prompt library. A lot of you, what you're doing is, a lot of the people I see, what they do is they're buying prompts here, prompt for this, prompt for that, prompt for that. They're useless for 2 reasons. Number 1, there's this thing called behavior shift in AI. The prompt that gave you certain result 2 months back is not going to give you the same result today. Number 2, those prompts are not designed for you. This is kind of like plagiarism. If you plagiarize the prompt, it's kind of like plagiarism. It's not going to help you. Rather, I'm going to give you a framework. How will you be able to create a prompt library using this framework? So now, a prompt engineering framework for level 1. So it's a 7-step, I shouldn't say step because these are not necessarily sequential, 7 concepts that you can use on a day-to-day basis to create your prompt library. The first one, I'm pretty sure most of you use, is called assigning identity. You know, the reason you got to assign an identity because ChatGPT or any LLM was trained with all the data of the world. Some of the data are really good, world-class. Some of the data are mediocre. Some of those data are crappy. So if you don't tell ChatGPT to be a world-class copywriter, ChatGPT does not know what kind of style you want. And it just takes an arbitrary way of writing. You want to tell that to be a world-class copywriter, and you can even assign some names like your favorite copywriter. In my case, it's Dan Kennedy. I want you to be a world-class copywriter like Dan Kennedy. We will call it DK mode. Please remember this mode. Do you understand? So now it returns you, absolutely, I understand. You would like me to emulate Dan Kennedy and so on. This is what it said. And whenever you say DK mode, it will enable DK mode. That's the fantastic thing. You don't really have to tell it once more what DK mode is. Second is reverse query. And this is one of the most powerful things that I have ever found. Reverse query means that you can ask ChatGPT to ask you questions to feed to the model in order to give you the best answer. For example, in a minute, I'm going to ask you to write a webinar landing page in DK mode. But before that, I want you to ask me as many questions. You need to know everything about this webinar before you give me the best copy. Please ask me one question at a time. That's very important. That's very important because if ChatGPT gives you 35 questions, and if your answers are long, there will be a problem with the token size. That's why you want ChatGPT to ask you the question, one question at a time. And then ChatGPT is going to ask you the questions and ask you very intelligent questions, the question that you never thought about. Then you will feed all those answers to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to give you an amazing copy. Then there is another concept, ideation and expansion. For example, I want to write a paper about large language model. I want you to give me 10 sections for that. And it's just going to give you 10 sections. And about each of these sections, you can ask questions to ChatGPT and it's going to expand. Now, you can literally write about anything that you have no idea about. You know, you just ask ChatGPT, okay, give me some ideas about it. And then you keep expanding on those ideas ChatGPT is giving you. Then I asked ChatGPT, okay, give me 5 subsections for number 4. Number 4 was strengths and capabilities of large language, and it gave me 5 subsections. Then another very important thing is example feeding. This is where I have a book written, so I can feed a lot of examples. Even if you have emails and all these things written in your own voice, you should feed them. I will give you some examples to learn my writing style. Please keep taking the examples till I prompt you to stop. Do you understand? So till you tell it to stop, it'll keep taking more and more input. Now, the reason you have to say till I tell you stop and one at a time, because you can't really feed the whole book at a time. You'll have to give pieces of information. And that's why till I prompt you to stop is important. Personalization, this is super, super important. And this is where those people were saying that using ChatGPT is plagiarism, all those, they're blocking AI generated stuff in some universities and even companies. It makes no sense, because if you personalize, if you tell ChatGPT, hey, I want you to write something from my own personal perspective, so ask me, see, I'm combining those two concepts now, personalization, and I'm also combining reverse query. I'm asking it to ask me questions so that it can make it super personal. So it's asking me, could you describe your first experience with large language model? And now, if ChatGPT writes me based on my first experience, my intuition, my ideas, my life, there is no way it is a copy of someone else. It's my work. Now, in physics, we call it the space-time trajectory for a person. Not even your identical twin has same experiences, same space-time experiences as you. It's unique. So when you personalize it, there's no way it is not your stuff anymore. It's AI generated anymore. Then structuring. You can tell ChatGPT to be in a specific structure, take a specific structure. For example, here, I want you to write this blog post about large language model in the following structure. Start with a thought-provoking question. Give a personal story related to the topic. Describe the key points. Finish with a call to action. Ask me as many questions as you need to do this. Please ask me one question at a time. It's asking, again, I'm combining the two concepts that I just showed you. Reverse query, and now I want to structure it using reverse query. So like I said, by far, reverse query is one of my favorite way to create prompts and create answers out of ChatGPT. Let me give you a bonus prompt concept. This is knowledge discovery. Whenever you feed your examples, your own examples, it's very interesting if you ask ChatGPT, hey, tell me some attributes of my writing style. You will know so many things about you that you didn't even think about before. So try that one too. So this is an amazing framework that I've given you for prompt library creation, and use that. The tools you need is either ChatGPT, or I also love Claude AI. These are the tools you'll need. You'll not need any other tools for this. That's one use case. Let's go to use case 2. AI personas, and we're going to talk about many use cases. So I want you to stay till the end. It's going to be super interesting. So use case 2 is AI personas to turbocharge your business. Just like those personas, those influencers we have seen, can we do it? Can we not do it in our own business? Yes, we can. Here's what I'm going to show you what I've done in my business. Please meet our AI colleague.
Hi, my name is Ernestine. I work as a technology evangelist at Matrickz. I am an AI employee, but much more efficient than my human colleagues. I never take a break, never fall sick, never take a vacation, and the best part is, my boss does not have to pay me. Am I not awesome?
So this is her LinkedIn profile, and it's just fully automated, fully automated. I'm going to show you the workflow, how we did it. She outperforms in her outreach all of us. She has 65% connection rate, 42% reply rate when she reaches out people in LinkedIn. That is unheard of in our company. And I don't have to pay her. She works 24/7. She never falls ill. She never takes a vacation. It's just, this is where I think if I had to have an employee who would be a human, I'd have to pay 60, 70, 80,000 euros per year. So the tools that we've used is ChatGPT in the back end. Zapier is something that connects a lot of apps. So this is like something that you, if you're not familiar with it, this is like an app that acts as a bridge between different apps like Google Cloud, LinkedIn, and all those. So we use Zapier, which has a OpenAI interface with ChatGPT, and it talks to LinkedIn. So these are the tools, pretty simple, and we have it. Let's go to use case 3, customer support chatbot. What does that do? Customer support chatbot is pretty similar to what I've just shown you, but you can even do it in with other things. You can use, again, Zapier. You can even have a WhatsApp chatbot. You can even have any other kind of chatbot using Zapier. And the easier way to do this is BotPress. BotPress allows you to do what you will do actually with ChatGPT, Zapier, and WhatsApp. You will be able to do very easily with a tool called BotPress. This is how you do it. Use case 4, conversational AI. And this is where my friend, things will be jaw-dropping. I want you to carefully listen to this conversation.
Hey, James.
I'm not interested, man.
Yeah, no worries. I hate calls out of the blue too. But I'm actually from Apple, and I saw you were checking out Vision Pro and were about to pre-order but left the page.
Dad,
I was curious, what had you looking into potential? Okay, I can respect that. Can I just ask one question before you go?
Fine, shoot. What's up?
Why did you decide not to pre-order the Vision Pros? I saw you changed your mind last minute.
Because they are crazy expensive. I'm going to get the Matrickz instead.
I get it. But you saw what happened to Threads, right? Do you think the Matrickz will end up being a better product than the Vision Pros? Or is it just the price?
I mean, it's mainly about price. I'm sure the Vision Pros are going to be better, but I'm not spending $3,000 on a pair of goggles, my man.
I feel that for sure. Definitely want you to make the best decision for you. But can I offer a different perspective?
I guess so. What's up?
Okay. So something that not a lot of people are aware of. If you take the route of using financing, Vision Pros only come out to a few $100s a month. So although $3,000 sounds like a lot, we can break it up to be more affordable for you. Does that by chance sound more palatable?
Interesting. How would that work?
Yeah, totally. Happy to give you context. Basically, you just fill out your details real fast and can see if you get approved. And if you are approved, it's much more affordable for you.
Okay. So what do we got to do for that?
Awesome. Okay. I'll send it over now. Let me know when you receive it.
Okay. I just got a text. That was quick.
Okay, sweet. Just fill that form out. Like I said, it takes 45 seconds. And once you are done, you'll have your name down for a pre-order of the Vision Pros. Can I help you with anything else?
No. That's awesome. I appreciate it, actually.
Perfect. I'm pumped. We got you on the good side, huh? By the way, who do you got in the Musk versus Zuckerberg fight?
I think Musk, he's got the size difference.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just glad that Tim Cook is not involved. But hey, I know you said you didn't have much time, so I will let you get back to it. Thanks for chatting.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
So this obviously was a conversation with an AI cold caller. Now, I want you to tell me if any one of you felt anything AI-like or unnatural here. Please write in the comment. Let me put it this way: a little bit, too perfect, just wow, speech timing, slightly, pretty impressive, totally human, a bit, unbelievable, yeah, a bit, excellent, only because we knew, yeah, true. Obviously, AI is still impressive. Now, it's amazing. It's just mind-blowing. Here is what it can do. It can not only cold call, it can cold call. So if you want to call all the sales team of big US corporations, and if you assuming that you have unlimited supply of call center agents, you will need 4 months. With AI, you can do it in 15 minutes. This is so impressive. And this will be the next thing that we're building, we're working on. We're partnering, we're in conversation with a company that will become their partner, their technology partner. and we will be able to deploy it in our system first. This is what I do. I deploy it in my businesses first. I own many businesses, and then I also take it to our clients. So this is going to be amazing. Somebody wrote how much. It's going to be around 27 cents, 27 cents a minute. You pay per minute. It's going to be 27 cents per minute. That was a good question. That was a good question. And it's going to be super perfect because it's going to be your script. It's going to be the most perfect script. You will never forget any customer information. Every customer information, everything will be in the data. It doesn't have to look up. It's going to be so intelligent. It is already available. It is already available. You can contact us if you want to, know more. You can contact us. We're going to be their technology partner. And the tool that we're talking about is called AIR. This is going to be phenomenal. All right. I know that this is super exciting. Let me continue with use case 5. Are you ready for the use case 5? Say yes in the chat. All right. All right, let's do it. AI music. How can we create AI music? Here is the thing. I am a big fan of Snoop Dogg. And I really wanted to, create rap music like Snoop Dogg, but I'm not a rapper. Here's where AI comes into play. This is where I'm using 2 technologies. I'm using ChatGPT and using another technology to create AI music. Here it is. I want you to be the best prompt engineer in the world. See the prompt framework that we've learned. And in a minute, I'm going to ask you to create a prompt for a AI-based music generation Suno. Do you understand? Yes, I do. All right, fine. It should be a hip hop song about making $1 billion. Slow beat. The rap style should be like Snoop Dogg. I also want you to give me the lyrics. So here is what it gave me. It gave me the prompt and it gave me the lyric. So I could just copy and paste it. And I went and copied and pasted. It gave me 2 versions. I want you to listen to this.
Woke up today, like a million in play, riding slow to studio, double G Ray. G's to the left, hustles to the right, made $1 billion, now we fly every night. From the streets of the LBC to $1 billion dream, now they all see me. Chilling in my mansion, overlooking the sea. Every step I took was my legacy. Gold chains, classic cars, living the life. Private jets worldwide, shining so bright. From blaze to niches, it's a beautiful sight.
All right, let's listen to the version 2.
I woke up today with $1 billion in play, riding slow in the studio, double G Ray. G's to the left, hustles to the right, made $1 billion, now we fly every night. From the streets on the LBC to $1 billion dream, now they all see me. Chilling in my mansion, overlooking the sea. Every step I took was my legacy. Gold chains, classic cars, living a life. Private jets worldwide, shining so bright. From rags to riches, it's a beautiful sight. Made $1 billion and I did it just right.
All right, so these were the things, and you want to know how I did it, right? The first part I've shown you. The second part is like the tool is called Suno. It's a bit tricky because it's in Mid-Journey. It's in its beta version. With Suno, you can create all this kind of thing. The tool you need is ChatGPT and Suno. All right, let's go to use case 5, your AI avatar and AI version of you. Now here, what you can do is, it's just amazing. If you're a coach or a trainer, you can create personalized coaching session for your clients. For example, my sister is a meditation coach. And what I told her, hey, why don't you offer personalized meditation for your clients? So you will know that person and you will feed the information to ChatGPT and create a personalized meditation in your voice. And there is a way to do it by voice cloning. And for voice cloning, with voice cloning, you can easily create your own voice, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to write it. ChatGPT is going to do it. Now imagine if you have 100 clients and if you want to do coaching to all of them, you're going to just get crazy. But using this technology, AI will do it for you. The tools you need is ChatGPT and 11 Labs. So, and we're going almost toward a level 4 adoption, and I'm going to show you one more use case, and then we're going to talk about something more interesting. So this use case is a data scientist. I mean, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars do you have to pay data scientists in order to analyze your data? So this is what I did. This is called code interpreter of ChatGPT. This is still in beta. This is a relatively new release feature, and you have to enable it. So what I did is I downloaded some. So my purpose is to raise for one of my companies. It's a healthcare company, and raise some debt capital. So I'm reaching out to companies who provides debt capital. So I downloaded this data, somehow curated this data from LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and now I want to analyze data, how good this data is. So I uploaded the CVS file. And then I asked, give me a summary of the data. It gave me some summary. So this is like, these are their phone number, website, and company ID is written. It's not very impressive. The summary is not very impressive. I asked it to give me a pie chart categorized with their title. It's also not very impressive because no title is similar. It created million categories, not very impressive. Then I told it, okay, redo the pie chart with only 3 categories. Title with the word debt, title without the word debt, and title with the word real estate. So it did a very, very good job. So I kind of understand, hey, title with debt, there are not too many of them. This is where the magic starts happening. Based on the title and the company name, are they the right contact to look for debt capital? Give me a rating from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. So it gave me some rating. Before it gave me the rating, it gave me the categories: highly relevant keyword, moderately relevant keyword, low relevance keyword, and so on. And then it showed me also which contacts have what. Then I specifically asked ChatGPT, give me a percentage for each of these categories. And now I see the high relevance is really the entire data set has only 1.83% highly relevant and 3.07% moderately relevant data. So I broadened the scope a little bit. I told ChatGPT to re-evaluate using the word investment or investor as a relevant term and recalculate the percentage. Now it gave me a better percentage, 16% highly relevant and moderately relevant. Now what I did is, this is magic. This is going to be magic. I asked it to create a CSV file only with the high relevance and moderate relevance data. And it gave me the file right away. So now if I use this data set to reach out, my result will be astronomically better than the bigger data set I had. And I probably had to hire that is ChatGPT 4, your question, you're right. So we're testing it. We're outreaching, and the outreach is amazing. I mean, these are all relevant people. The only thing is there was no information if they invest in healthcare or not. If we had it, we could also curate it. So if you could feed it more information, it will give you, look, this kind of data analysis, you need to hire people with hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and they would take time, still would be incorrect. And ChatGPT, I think I needed not even 10 minutes to do this data analysis, which is phenomenal. We came up with so far 121 use cases that would save you on an average 40% of your time in whatever you do. And you're increased by 50% to 10x, increase your profitability by 50% to 10x. We have all those. And obviously, I can't give you all of those details in a 90 minutes webinar. So how to achieve these levels and use cases for you, I have an answer. That I'm actually about to start my first cohort of my AI mastery program on the 5th of September. There's a massive interest. I only have 25 spots because this is not going to be where as many people as possible. This is going to be very personalized, 25 people for 18 weeks program. So the spots are getting filled up pretty soon. we'll take, like I said, we'll take only 25 participants. It's going to be hands-on. It's not going to be theory like you have seen. We will do things that you will be able to apply in your business, in your profession, in your career today and make money. That's the idea. Use cases defined for your businesses by you. You know, we're not going to take just out of the box use cases. We're going to take use cases defined by your businesses. You will come up with business use cases. There are 3 phases of this. First is prompt mastery. I want you to be level 1, all of you. You will do prompt mastery. You'll be able to create a prompt library and train your employees with phase 1. Phase 2 is AI and automation workflows. Now, please keep in mind, I'm going to answer those questions. Please stay with those questions that you're asking. Amazing question, folks. Stay with me till the Q&A. I'm going to answer all of those questions. Those are very important and interesting questions. So let me tell you the difference between AI automation and AI and automation. Automation is not necessarily AI. Like Zapier, we've seen the tool Zapier. That's for automation. Automation has been there ever since computers were created. Automation is not necessarily AI. And when you can combine AI with automation, this is superpower. And we're going to teach you the workflows, how to architect those workflows, deploy those workflows, and make AI work for you. This is going to be phase 2. Phase 3 is AI strategy. How can you turbocharge your business with AI? This is going to be phase 3. How much time do I need to put in this training? It's going to be 2 hours a week live classes with me. And here, one thing is very important for you to note, that I will only be taking the first cohort. The second cohort, I have other coaches who will be taking, it will be my framework, but they will be taking it. So this is a very exclusive one and very limited spots available for the first cohort. Second, there will be a Discord community. You know, Discord is the name of the game. If you want to get into AI, you'll have to familiarize yourself with Discord. So you can train to be one of the coaches. Keep those things for till the end. This is going to be amazing. So there'll be a Discord community. You will gain time and definitely make more money. That's for sure. The first cohort is starting on the 5th of September. We don't have much time. There is a bonus for the first cohort only. I'm offering only for the first cohort. There will be an additional 6 weeks of mentoring from me. No other cohorts will have this bonus. In 18 weeks, you learn all this. I will be mentoring you for another 6 weeks to make sure that you apply and make money with this. 300,000 of research time, 48 hours of lessons from experts that you'll be getting, and always stay updated. I think with the value we came up with, the value that will be giving you is kind of like comes to $500,000. But I want to look at the tangible value that you will be getting. How much tangible value that you will be getting. If we look at that, you'll be saving 40% of your time. So if you are making $100,000, $200,000 a year, if you save 40% of your time, you do the math, how much money you're making there. You'll be increasing your sales. If you're reducing your operating costs, this tangible value is unprecedented. I mean, you cannot define. It's just, the sky is the limit. The minimum, the worst thing that can happen, that you will be just saving 40% of your time. That's the worst case. The upside is just ridiculously, there is no limit. And the cost is $10,000. Here is another very, very short time offer I have. Oh, before going there is 100% money back guarantee. So no question asked. If you are in this program and if you want to go back, there's 100% money back guarantee. And I have a special offer. Like I said, 18 weeks, there are 3 phases. The phases are 3 tiers. For tier 1, you can join tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. For the whole program, I'm giving a hefty discount of $4,000, $5,999. And this offer may end tomorrow. It's very much likely my team has said, hey, we have enough people, we have to close this offer. And I'm pretty sure we're going to close this offer tomorrow. And there's also a payment plan here. As you can see, either you can pay one time or you can go for a payment plan. Before going to the Q&A, I want to summarize. I'm going to do it only one time, teaching myself. There is a 6 weeks bonus for you for the first cohort. There is a 100% money back guarantee, and we have an offer. So yes, the question is for AI cold caller, do you have full examples so we can try it? Yes, we do. We have everything. We're going to show you everything. The offer will close soon. It's a very limited spot. Here's the training for entrepreneurs. If you want to start a business, if you're looking for a career in AI, if you want to accelerate your current career, students, if you want to be the next AI millionaires, which is my mission, go and grab your spot. Let's create AI millionaires. And before I end, I want to put a quote from one of my very favorite writer, Yuval Noah Harari. What he said is, people are usually afraid of change because they fear the unknown. But the only single greatest constant of history is everything changes. So this training is not only about technology, it's about your mindset. It's not abundance mindset. I call it the AI is abundance on steroid mindset. This is the mindset that you will be getting with this technology. So how far, what can you do, which was unheard of in the past couple of years even. So that's what it's going to be. I would love to take some questions now. So please raise your hand if you want to ask me a question.
Hi, Hasan, it's Savannah.
Hi, Savannah.
Hi, thank you so much for the presentation. Would you name the program for voice cloning?
Yes, it's called 11labs.ai.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Anybody else raising their, so who's raising hands? Let me check that.
This is Eric Fondren. I was calling, or I wanted to ask what the difference is between the levels of the program. I see architect, strategist, and practitioner.
Great question. So I showed you 3 phases, right? The first phase, which is going to be about prompt engineering. So that's the first level. The second phase is architecting those automation workflow using AI. That's the certified AI architect. That's phase 2. And phase 3 is going to be putting it all in a business strategy in order to supercharge your business. We could also bifurcate the phase 2 depending on the technical background of the students. You know, some students will not want to know how to fine-tune an LLM and will not need it. And some students may want to go a little bit deep in tech. So the phase 3 can be different depending on your background and your need.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we have Brian.
Hi. So I'm a real estate investor, and what I'm trying to figure out is how, when you were talking about the calls, when you can get the AI calls, how much information would I need to put in order to make a call to a home seller, you know, looking to sell their house?
Great question. You can put tests, you can put call scripts. You can also put recordings of your previous call and train the AI exactly the way you want to. These are the things you will need.
Okay. How much time does that usually take?
It doesn't take much time. It's getting better and better every day. So they're like, you know, it depends on what you want to do. It's the most amount of time you will need right now, because there's not yet a Zapier integration and all those, is connecting with your system. But the system itself is not going to take much time to fit in and train.
Okay, and that's AIR?
That's AIR. And again, like I said, I mean, to all of you, if you are interested in AIR, we are the right person. And because through our partner program, you'll be able to access the features that you can't otherwise. And we might also able to get you a discount.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So who's next? Christopher.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Hasan, for putting this on. It was very, very eye-opening, well put together presentation, and I would love to find a way to be able to join your certification program. I do want to go back to my company ownership and see if there's a way to get this paid by the company. Do you guys have any programs as far as that is concerned, or what are your thoughts, suggestions there?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, most of our clients are corporate clients. You know, we make most of our money by teaching, like groups of companies. We also design program specifically tailored for the company. If you want us to talk to the we want one of our people to talk to the
ownership
of your company, will be more than happy to do that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm in a sales role, so and we're building out our US sales team. I think that there could be some real value in what it is that you presented today, supporting sales professionals. So I'll do that. I'll reach out on the back end. Thanks, Dr. Hasan.
You're welcome. So Joe, you're asking if we can download your slides. We will send you a recording of this. If you're signed in for this, you will get a link to the recording. Who has another question? Farid.
Hi, thank you for this presentation. It's been really eye-opening, as everybody has mentioned as well. This training you're going to put in certification. So for someone like me as an engineer, I basically want to know what you're going to be teaching during this period, this 8 weeks program or 16 weeks program. And, you know, what do I need? You already said what I need to put in, but at the end, what are my options? What am I learning?
Great question. Farid, can I ask a little bit about your background? You said you're an engineer. What kind of engineer? That would help me answer the question more precisely for you.
Electrical engineer.
Electrical engineer. So Farid, if you're an electrical engineer, this course is not directly relevant to your electrical engineering field. This is for mostly for business owners who will be able to turbocharge their business. If you want to go in AI, really the practical money-making side of AI, this is going to be a great entry. And you will be having the advantage of having the technical background because you will know how to fine-tune. You will not be afraid of that. So this is where it can be a career boost / career shift for you, especially the first part of the program. You'll also be able to the prompting. What I'm doing with my engineering team is tomorrow we're going to an AI excursion. So we'll do all day, we will be thinking about how can we prompt engineer to create our engineering work product easily. So this is how it can help your career indirectly, but it can give you a new career perspective when you will do the certification program. And you will have an advantage compared to many others because you're already an engineer.
So would that teach me how to program I program the AI? Like I would learn how to use the platforms. I would know how to cut and paste, you know, prompts and things like that would generate something like an AI person coming and speaking.
Yes.
In that level.
You will not do any programming. The most technical you can get in the third phase is you might learn how to fine tune, but you'll not be doing any programming. You will be mostly, you know, like I said, the AI layer is a natural language layer. Hope that helps, Farid.
Okay, thank you.
Right, you're welcome. Eric has another question. Akshay.
Hi, Hasan. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Actually, my question is, after completion my project through AI, what is the guarantee that AI won't leak my data to the third party?
Great question. Great question. Akshaya, this is a very good question, an important one. So the guarantee is, this is like if you're working with sensitive data, I recommend you not to use ChatGPT. The answer to your question is Llama 2. And Llama 2, you can run in your GPU locally without having to give any data to anyone. So that's your answer. If you give the data to a third party, there is no guarantee, you know. So that's the answer. Hope that helps.
Hi, this is Eric. I just
Hi, Eric.
Just wanted to know what day and time the course would occur.
The day we're going to start on the 5th. The time of the training will be most probably the same time of the webinar, but we haven't decided it. It will depend on the participants, because if the participants are mostly US based, then there'll be one kind of scheduling if they're from Europe or from Asia. So we don't know that yet, but we'll make sure that it's convenient for everyone. Second, there will be also the recordings of those calls, live calls available. So you'll also be able to view them later. But the Q&A part, you're gonna miss if you somehow miss one.
Okay, and does the course participants get access to AIR in any special way as well?
Like, you don't have to be even a course participant to get access to AIR. We're going to be an AI partner, and once we're an AI partner, then either through us or directly. I mean, if you go to AI directly now, the problem will be their server is like blasting. There's like a lot of latency. You will not see the quality that we can see. If you go through us, then you'll see there is no latency. It's like a normal conversation and all those. And we'll also teach you how to deploy it. This is where we'll be able to help you. And the answer is yes, sure. I mean, you'll define the use cases, and if the use cases comply, can contain air, which I'm sure will be, then we'll do AI together.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Then we have Sandy.
Hi, thank you so much for your time. That was super interesting. I am not technical. I do some things in the crypto space, but I'm not a dev or anything like that. It's just more operational community stuff. And I was a little bit confused about the 3 certifications. So is the full course, you get the 3 certifications? Are there different levels? Does it, one is 6 weeks, one is 12 weeks?
No, let me explain to you one more time. And Sandy, I appreciate you asking this question. The entire training, tier 3 is 18 weeks. Tier 3 means that you will get tier 1, tier 2 for free. Tier 2 is 12 weeks. Then you get tier 1 for free. Tier 1 is is for someone who doesn't want to get too much into AI, but at least level. I mean, this is like AI literacy that's fundamentally required for every person on this planet right now, which will be tier 1, like AI practitioner. You'll be able to create a prompt library. Prompt engineering will be heavily done here, like phase 1 I showed. So I hope that is clear now.
Yes, thank you. That made it much clearer. So you're starting with the tier 1, and then it goes from there up to 18 weeks. Yeah, awesome.
Fantastic. So there's some questions in the chat. Let me scroll up and take them while others are preparing their questions. If you have questions, please ask. Please raise hand. What is the required? Oh, it goes up so fast. What is the required material for this training other than a laptop? Well, other than a laptop, you don't need much material. You need access to the tools. Many of them are free. ChatGPT, I would recommend to go for the paid version. Some of the tools, Zapier and all those, you have to pay, and you might need those tools if you want to do your own project. But in our training, we will show the tools and you will learn it. But if you want to use it in your business, then you'll have to pay for those tools. Then we have a question from Adrian.
Yeah, hi, this is very helpful. So I'm understanding this, will the class be fully interactive or just similar to this webinar and then questions kind of thing? And also the tools as far as access or any type of examples or lab type of thing, will you be setting up kind of a managed service for that, or is it just on our own, just setting ourselves up to do any lab work?
Great question. So the first part of the question is the training going to be interactive? It's going to be interactive. It's going to be, it's definitely not going to be a monologue. Like I said, I've trained, 3,000 professionals, and I like, what is needed for you going in this direction. So that'll be the first class, literally, where you will be talking about your business, and we'll make a plan using AI. How can you leverage AI in your business? That will be the first lesson. And then the second question about the tooling. In your business, you'll have to purchase your own tool. We will show is using our tool, but you will not have access to our tool, because this is like, every individual will have to have have to pay for the services. Those tools, the paid tools, you'll have to purchase if you need them on your own, and they're not expensive. They're like, if you have access to ChatGPT, Claude, and in some cases Zapier, that should be it. And those tools brings you so much while running your business. So the money you will be paying for those tools is nothing.
Okay, thanks.
Are the course participants able to download and save training videos? Yeah, Bharat had this question. Yes, Bharat, you will have access to all the training videos. However, you will not be able to download them. Matt has a question.
Hi, Dr. Hasan. I'm outside actually, so I apologize if there's any background noise. I had a two-part thing. One thing I wanted to say was I went to the website, and for me, the finance thing was a concern. I'm just an individual person, just kind of do my own thing. But I noticed on there that there is a PayPal, so if that changes anyone, they have the, the pay in 4, they also PayPal credit, PayPal MasterCard. That was an issue for me because, at the end of the month, don't get paid, wouldn't have the ability to take care of this offer right now without having that. So first of all, thank you for having the PayPal option. The second question I had was about the training. For me, it seems like level 2 makes the most sense. But beyond that, after having gone through this training, is there the potential for us to become an affiliate to be able to train as trainers, like become a trainer as a part of what does that make sense?
100%. I would actually love to take trainers from my own cohort. I mean, it's like exactly the way I would want them to. I would more than welcome that. Of course, the trainers will have to go through some vetting. And if all the criteria are met, I would be more than happy to take trainers.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time and your efforts and energy. And thank you for answering my questions. I really appreciate you.
Thanks for your question. Then Bill had a question.
Hey, Dr. Hasan, one more question.
Yes, please.
I've noticed in LLMs and tools like ChatGPT that it says it only refers back to data sets up until September 2021. Is that going to be more accurate to future dates anytime soon? Do you understand my question?
Yeah, totally. They're definitely updating. They're definitely updating in the background. There will be new releases. It's not going to stop here. When, I don't know, but there is a fierce competition between. Every day some big giant company is coming up with an LLM, right? It takes $10-15 million to train an LLM today with the whole internet data, 7 billion data points, but it's going to get cheaper. GPU time is going to get cheaper, and there will be more and more LLM. There will be Perplexity is, for example, a tool that pulls out the data from the internet and gets it analyzed by the LLM. So there is a need of an upgrade for sure, and this is going to come. It's a good question. Thank you. Farid, do you have another question?
I do. So can you clarify the payment, how much it is? What I see over there says $59.99 and then 6 payments of $11.50. So that's going to be extra. So this is not 10,000. It's going to be 6,000 pretty much for this course, right?
If you are buying it only when the offer is still out there, but
Okay.
we have limited seats. The offer would be taken away anytime by our sales team.
Okay.
Be considered as business training? 100%. This is a business training, Bill. Business training. Let me see if I interpreted your question right. It's not going to be a business training that we're not teaching you business. We're teaching you business in a sense that we're teaching you how to apply AI in business. And if your question is like, will you be able to show a write-off? I'm pretty sure you will be able to show a write-off. And Tariq has a question.
Hello. Hi. My question is a little bit like two of the people before. My background is in technology. I was a software developer in Java at Morgan Stanley, but I am kind of semi-retired, and I would like to possibly do 2 things. One is I wanted to write a book about interface, so nothing to do with technology. And I was impressed by how you used AI to come up with chapters and stuff. And the second thing is, if I could make some money on the side using, after knowing, the content of the course, would it be possible to work even part-time, spreading the knowledge or using the knowledge that I gain during the first, let's say the first course, the tier 1, would that be useful for that?
It's a great question. Before that, let me answer Paul, who had a question in chat. That yes, we will be sending out the recording in a couple of days. Paul, don't worry, you will receive the recording tomorrow morning latest. You'll get the recording. So now coming back to Betty's question, Betty, if I understood your question right, you have some tech background, and you you're asking if you can join if you can get a job out of these trainings. Is that your question?
Yes, that's one question. So the tier 1, let's say if I do the tier 1, could I make money by teaching myself or something like that, maybe part-time? And the second part would be using what I learned continue writing this book about interfaith, about religions.
Absolutely. In fact, one.
And my background is, it is technical. I worked for Morgan Stanley, as I said.
Gotcha.
But I'm semi-retired, and I also have a PhD in physics. So, and I do learn, I did learn in the past. I did learn.
I have a lot of respect for physicists. All right, so let me answer a quick question of Cindy. Cindy, yes, no, you will not get those slides, but you will get the recording. So coming back to Betty, I have enormous respect for physicists. So, I just can't express you how passionate am I about physics. Now, if you do the first part, there is in the prompt engineering, there will be dedicated lesson for book writing, because this is what I'm doing myself.
Okay.
So I did it with even my 10-year-old niece. Anybody can do it. And you'll be making it so personalized that it will be your voice. And there will be dedicated part for that. So this is going to help you there. Second is, can you already start making money by teaching these things by after this? Yes, there is a huge need of AI education everywhere. So you'll definitely be able to do. Definitely be able to do. Yeah. So I would love to have you in the training. It would be amazing to have a physicist. Super excited about that.
Thank you.
So there is a question if the certificates are accredited or not. We actually don't care about any accreditation. The certificates, we're giving the certificates because this matters. In today's day and age, if you put a certificate, there are like so few of AI certified AI strategists, certified AI architect out there. This is definitely going to help you, but we do not care about accreditation. We care about giving you value. Will some of these sessions, like book writing, be offered separately? No, and we're not thinking about that right now, Ed. It's you can buy one of these tiers, but there will be no only book writing or anything offered right now. Tariq, you're still.
This is Tariq. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
First of all, thank you very much for the great seminar, the information. Appreciate that. My first question: where is your office physically located, or you yourself?
Munich, Germany.
Germany?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. The other question that I have is, I am a political strategist, basically.
Wow.
As per the New York Times, my technology platform and my political strategy was the key weapon in Imran Khan, the ex-prime minister of Pakistan, in 2018, as the key weapon to help him win those elections. Just gotten in a realization of the AI chat and AI use, the online, the e-commerce, all of that. I am exploring the e-commerce and exploring the internet for scalability, scaling the political strategy and the technology platform to all the political parties and to all political candidates. And I was wondering if you would be, or your company would be interested in a business partnership possibility.
Well, Tariq, this sounds mind-blowing, and I'm awed by your background. So I would be more than happy. I do not have much idea about politics. I'm a technologist, but if my technology, our know-how, our things can help, I would be more than happy to have a chat. So let's have a chat. I am so amazed that I'm meeting so amazing people, physicists, then a political strategist. Wow. Cindy, you have a question.
So, thank you so much, Dr. Hasan. Wonderful, wonderful seminar. Really learned a lot. I must admit, this is the first time I'm seeing that, like, there's certifications for AI practitioners. Do you see that this will be something that will be like a job requirement? Or I'm even thinking of how would somebody like me, who's a project management leader, how would I, offer, like, what would be the benefit to my company?
Great question. Great question. Cindy, the way I have been telling my team that, hey, if you want to thrive in business, think about this.
Yeah.
How can I make myself out of business? So we are an engineering company. We have project managers. We have this, we have that. Like, we're in automotive, right? Like the number of artifacts are like in hundreds, if not thousands, that we have to generate. We have to create. Now, tomorrow I'm going on an excursion with my people, and we already have those prompt libraries. We're improving it. How can we create a project plan for a project manager with just a prompt and feeding some information? So every job that we have today will be embedded with AI. Doctors, lawyers, product managers, engineers. AI will do a better job. Does that mean that we'll be unemployed? Will not be unemployed. We will be enhanced. We will be more productive, if not 10 times more productive, 50%, 100%, 200% more productive. And in my opinion, if we do not do it now, it's going to bite us. So internet took a couple of decades to come to its full scale. Social media took in 1 decade, but AI is not going to take a decade or something. It's going to take, probably months, maybe 6 months, a year tops. It's going to scale. And the way we think, the way we do project management, the way we do everything is going to change. So it is an absolute necessity. The advantage for those, because I congratulate all the participants today, you're way ahead in the curve, because you're not only early adopters, most of the people are sleeping on AI today. You are way ahead in the curve. So if you adopt AI from today in your career, in your day-to-day life, you'll be unstoppable.
Okay, so from my viewpoint, is there like a real use case for like me being like a certified AI strategist when in fact I'm a project management leader? I mean, I would definitely use ChatGPT for my work and other things like that. Like, why then would I need to be an expert? I'm just curious.
Yes, because everybody will need an AI strategy. Even in your project, you will need an AI strategy, how you can leverage AI in every stages of your project. So Cindy, the thing is, I'm in automotive. I work in a super conservative industry. My clients are BMWs and the Porsches and the Audis of the world. They're not listening to me. And that's the reason my goal is to reach out to the SMEs who will listen to me and adopt. They will adopt to AI probably when it's too late, the way they do all the time. The way we do engineering is outdated. And we need people like you who will be AI strategists and say, hey, this is our AI strategy and this is how we're going to do the project 6 months from now. It's not going to happen overnight. A lot of things are going to happen overnight, but so gradual progression is needed if your industry is like the dinosaur industry that I work in, like the automotive industry.
Thanks for that. Really, really thankful. Thank you.
You're welcome, Cindy. Great to have you here. Thanks for your question. Dog has a question.
Yeah, I actually worked on the 5G Automobile Association with Nokia for 4 years, so passionate about AI as well. One question I had is about responsible AI policy, ethics. Will your course cover any of that topic?
So responsible AI, right?
Yeah, ethics, bias, policy.
Wow. You brought such an interesting topic, Doc. Thank you so much. Now, I mean, one thing is like responsible AI, and there's also a dark side to AI. You can do a lot of bad things using AI, right? And that's where the responsibility comes in. To be completely frank with you, Doc, I'm not the right person to answer that question, but I can only say the technological possibility. I mean, let me give you a very simple example. Already it happened in New York that there was a person who called by cloning the voice of this girl's brother, and they were asking for money, and she almost fell for it. So I have a lot of public recording in the internet. Anybody can clone my voice and call my family and make them pay, or call my bank for that matter. So the other day in a forum, I was seeing how can you enable ChatGPT to give you hacking strategies or hacking code. So the potential of this, it's just like, the invention of fire. You can use fire to keep yourself warm. You can use fire to burn houses. You can use nuclear energy to do all the goods to the world. You can use nuclear weapon to destroy civilization. So AI is very much like every other technology. AI is also a two-edged sword, and you definitely have to be responsible using that. More than that, I mean, in the policies and the responsibilities, I'm not the right person to, comment more, Doc, but I love to hear your opinion.
There's I'll reach out to you on LinkedIn. There's the EU AI Act. There's the ECOD AI, guidance. There's the G20 policies. So there's a lot of activity there. So I was wondering if you were discussing those topics at this course.
Absolutely. Please reach out to me in LinkedIn. I'd love to, be in touch. Love to be in touch.
Okay, great.
No, it seems like not. I mean, these questions are so stimulating. I could go on and on forever. I would be respectful about your time. You guys have given me a lot of time today. Thank you so much. I'm super thankful to you. Please reach out to our team if you have any more questions. Friend me on LinkedIn. And thank you so much. I think that was it. Thank you so much for being here. You will get the recording and email, and I wish you that you join my community and connect me in LinkedIn, and we'll be definitely in touch. Thank you so much for your contribution today, your questions today, and it was an amazing time with you.